Hello, and welcome to The Real Deal with Sean Matthews, where we have real conversations with real people and business owners alike. Now, today I have a very special guest, and it's another lady, so that's fantastic, ladies out there. I've had a few men on the podcast, but today I have another beautiful business lady, and her name is Chantal Gerardy. Has a diploma in social marketing social media marketing and is an award-winning Facebook strategist who empowers business owners with the skills and strategies to grow their business using Facebook. Facebook saved her business. She went from a broke business owner in a new country with 3 kids under 5 to now an abundant in business using Facebook. She now empowers business owners who have no marketing budget to create an income producing strategy using Facebook. Stand out, get found, generate and convert leads, create compelling content, selling your products or services, monetizing your groups, run successful events, build your profile, create influential Facebook Lives, run online programs or networks, all using Facebook, then learning how to integrate other relevant social media platforms with an easy to follow daily schedule. Wow, that sounds amazing. Chantal was voted top 100 coolest companies in Australia 2018, received 2 international business awards for out-of-the-box marketing for startups and finalists in Telstra Business Awards, and has been featured on Channel 9 News. Chantal is passionate about helping business owners gain Facebook skills to succeed in their business. Welcome, Chantal.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being on. You have beautiful background by the sounds of it, and gosh, Facebook is definitely the way of the world these days. So you're in the right business.
Yeah, a lot of people in the early days went, Facebook, nah, it's not going to be around for very long. Kind of glad it did, because else I'd be out of a job.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, just a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from? You have an accent like I do. So where did you come from? How did you get started in your business? And why do you do what you do?
Well, firstly, I hate being on Facebook. I hate being online. I'm not techie at all. I didn't ever have a marketing background. I literally fell into what it is that I do out of pure necessity. So yes, the funny accent. I come from South Africa. I think it was about 12, almost 13 years now. We got the opportunity to leave South Africa and immigrate to Australia with my then husband and my twins, who were 4 years old, identical twin girls, Erin and Jordan, and my youngest daughter, Hannah, who was 1 at the time. And my husband had a job, and we were immigrating, and we had absolutely nothing, and we were going to live happily ever after. But he got made redundant in the first couple of years, and they were going to send us back on a boat.
Oh, no.
Basically what I did was I taught myself Facebook and grew a business in a saturated industry, with knowing no one, having no money, spending no money on ads, just using the free capabilities of Facebook. And I did it whilst my daughters were playing or sleeping. And within 5 years, I had a successful business. And within 10 years, I had actually scaled and grown 2 6-figure businesses using Facebook. So the reason I say this is just to inspire people you don't need, in your business, you don't need to understand marketing. You don't have to be a techie guru. You can actually learn how to do it. If I learned, you can learn too.
Yeah.
And you do not have to spend your life on it. You seriously don't. It's just about understanding or having skills and strategy and understanding how to use it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it's amazing because Facebook is such the way of the world now, and it feels like you need to be on it constantly and giving value a lot on it. So how do you do that in respects to your business? I mean, you say you don't have to be on it all the time, but giving value, how do you promote that?
Yeah, look, 100%. And there is a bit of a line between giving value and also spitting content out across social media, which most business owners do. Most businesses don't know what to do, so they just spit stuff out sporadically, and it doesn't make sense. and they feel like they're giving all this stuff and nothing's working. So it really does affect people's mindset in their business. But for me, it's around the S word, which is strategy. It's just as simple as having a strategy. If you don't have a strategy or don't have a roadmap on how to actually use the platform and how to create, content that converts and how to structure it so that you only have to spend 20 minutes a day online, then really it is going to be overwhelming. You are going to spend your life on there. It's like taking a drive and going, well, I'm going to drive up to Uluru and I'm just not going to use Google Maps. We're just going to wing it and we're just going to go up to Uluru and we're just going to hopefully get there, and you don't know the terrain, you don't know which direction you're going at, you don't have Google Maps, you've got no idea. But then imagine if you actually had a map and it showed you exactly where to go, and all the experience was on there, and it said, be careful over there because over there they'll rob you, or go down that road there and make sure you get fuel because there's no fuel pump for a little bit longer on. It's exactly like that. If you have the roadmap and you have the skills and strategy, you simply will make sales. And for me, that's what it's about. It's not just about being visible. A lot of the time, a lot of coaches out there will go, just be visible, put stuff out all the time. But it's not about being visible. It's about doing things strategically. And at the end of the day, it's not about building awareness. It's about creating more income. It's about generating more leads and inquiries and making more sales in your business. And I think that that's super important for people to understand.
Wow, fantastic. So when you started your business, you said you were working at home, or you were doing it at home and you had 3 young children. How did you manage the 3 young children and your business? Because I think a lot of listeners and women out there would really like to know how they did it, how to do it.
Yeah, look, I mean, as I said, I've got 20 years experience in the health, wellness and fitness industry. So I'm lucky that, I kind of understand the value of good mental health and physical health. So for me, time management is always important, and having everything blocked into your diary is one great way for you to make sure that you are getting your sleep in, you are, eating, you are doing your mental health stuff, and you are scheduling time for your social media, and that's your social media time. So you're not there checking it every 5 minutes, because it's not going to change whether or not you check it now, you check it in 2 hours. Like, it's not that instant unless you're getting trolled, but then you need a crisis management plan, and that's a whole different ballgame. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just about time management. So when my daughters did sleep, or when they did play, or they did, have that time out, that was my allocated time for me to work in my business, or on my business. So, you can work on your business, you can work in your business. Both of those need to be booked into your calendar, into your day, as well as all those other holistic things like your health, wellness, and fitness.
Yes, and as you know, that I'm very big on mental health and well-being, and I think it is a hard one in business with a lot of people, that they don't know how to manage their time and their business and their family, and sometimes one goes more than the other. Like, you work, or it's all family, or there's not a balance. So how would you suggest being on Facebook, and a Facebook strategist? Can you give us some tips or examples of what you would do and how you do it?
Yeah, as I said, one of the things that we do firstly, besides the time management, is we actually create space for success, meaning that you've got to declutter. So the first thing that you do is go out onto Facebook and get rid of the friends that don't serve you. If you're not going to be, if they're not going to add value to your energy space, then it's time to remove them or unfollow them, and clear up your news feed. Because if there's less crap coming into your news feed, you're going to be less overwhelmed and you're going to be less busy. So it always starts with creating space for success. So time management, as I said, making sure you allow time for it, but going in, removing those friends, unfollowing things that don't serve you, get rid of groups that you're not even, of no benefit to you at all, pages that you set up ages ago and you're not even using. Just go and clean up and do an absolute overhaul and get it all cleaned up, because you'll have less crap coming through. And that includes your emails as well. Clean up your emails so you only have like 1 email or 2 emails, and get rid of all the other email addresses you don't use anymore, and unsubscribe from everything. Because the first thing that you got to do when you're going into business is set yourself up for success, not failure. So go get rid of the other stuff that's not serving you. And That could even be relationships, like, in your friends group in person, or relationships in your business group, or business partners, or even your own partner. Like, that's what I did. I got rid of my ex-husband. So things that aren't serving you, like, remove them. So creating space for success, time management, and then the other one would be clarity. Like, you've got to be crystal clear on what you want. Like, if you just want a passion project, then set yourself up for a passion project, But if you want to make money and you want to, like, if this is your income and you really need it to work, then you have to develop skills, and you've got to allow for time, and you've got to work strategically to be able to create that. So I think it's important that people are clear on what they really want, not what they think they want, but what they really want, and then be kind to themselves and go and create it.
That's great tips. Absolutely beautiful tips. And the clarity is probably number one, because when I first started, I wasn't clear either. I didn't really know what I was doing, how I was going to do it, who I was going to help. And then the more I got clear, the better it became. How do you help people in your business? You work with men and women, correct?
Yeah, actually 55% of my clients are men.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Okay. So tell us, how do you help men then create income online or using Facebook?
How do I how do I help men?
Yes, men or your clients.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, well, firstly, as I said, I always actually start with those three things. So they are the fundamentals, and it is important to have those fundamentals. Once you have those fundamentals in place, we start with the end in mind. So if you've decided that this is a passion project and you just want a little bit of income, that's fine. But if you've decided that you want to make some money and you've got to feed your family, or you want to, buy a house or whatever that is, we've got to look at how much money that it is that you want to make. And how much do you need to make in a week? And from that, how many offers you need to sell in order to achieve that, which is really a good business strategy. It's not just a marketing strategy, but it's a business strategy. And in business, sometimes, especially for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, we forget about that. We forget about business models. And the business model is looking at the money and going, well, how much money do I need to make? Well, what is the offer that I'm selling? Who's prepared to buy that offer? Where are they on Facebook? How am I going to effectively communicate to that audience why they should buy this offer and the problem that it solves for them, so that they do purchase it? And then how can I make it super easy for them to buy online? And that's basically what I do. And that's basically the whole strategy that I do. Like, if you take that right now and you bottle that and you go do that, that's my income producing strategy for free right there.
Right. That's fantastic. Go ahead. Continue.
So, when it comes down to, like you said, the clarity part. So clarity is obviously a very important part of that. Creating space for success, booking it into your time management calendar, so you're actually setting yourself up for success, and then getting competence over the platform. So it is really overwhelming and it's really stressful when you don't understand something. So when you in the platform like Facebook, and you think you understand it, and then they go change it again, and then they change it again, or you see new features and everyone's got a different look, you can understand why it's stressful and overwhelming. But imagine if someone actually showed you how that worked, like explained absolutely everything. Well, now you've got confidence in the platform, you've got clarity in the platform, and you've got competence in the platform. So that's only going to be setting you up for success. And you're not going to have stress and overwhelm. And then when someone says to you, right, here's the roadmap and it's only 20 minutes a day, well, guess what? You have a roadmap, it's 20 minutes a day. You don't mind spending that 20 minutes, because when you do that, you get paying clients. So
yeah, totally. That's exactly right.
It works. And you know what? And is it going to be challenging? Of course it is. Even with mental health. If you're wanting to improve what it is that you have, right? You're going to work on yourself, and that requires taking time out to work on yourself, to implement new skills so that you can achieve success. And it is going to be challenging, because anything new is challenging, right? Anything new is challenging. So it's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Fantastic. I love that. It's true. Everything new is challenging. And if you really want to do it and you're passionate, like you're really passionate about what you do, you want to make it work and you need to feed your family, then yes, of course, you're going to make it work, but you need to work on yourself. And that's fantastic. I love that. Absolutely beautiful. And how can people get in touch with you?
My website, I always encourage people to subscribe on chantalgerardy.com.au, and you'll have to check the spelling because none of those names were kind to me. But if you have a look at the website, and I think you did say you are going to put it up, I do encourage you to subscribe because often there are business grants that come through that we can help you with. When Facebook changes, we'll send out a video and show you what's changed and what it means and how you can adapt your strategies. And any events or webinars or things that we've got coming up. So jump on and subscribe.
Fantastic. Absolutely love that. Yes, and I will put your details in the show notes, and right underneath you can look at Chantal's details just underneath her name there and her face right there as we're talking. So she'll be easy to find, and she'll be more than happy to look after you. She has so much passion, and I love the South African passion in you. Fantastic. One more question though before we go though, and it's a bonus question. I ask most people a bonus question, and that is, how would you set somebody up for success that has no business experience whatsoever?
This is a great one. And I actually answered this one to an Uber driver once as I was driving to Melbourne to present. The Uber driver said to me, "That's really cool what you do." And he said to me, like, if I don't know what to do, but I want to have a business, like, what do I do? I said to him, this is what you got to do. And I think it is actually on a blog on my website. I've got to try to remember it right now. Number one is, what do you absolutely love doing? Like, are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Are you a homebody? I like really get to know what you like first. Because if you don't like doing what you do, guess what? You're not going to do it. So firstly, get to terms, and there's no right or wrong, guys. There's like a person for everyone in this world. So number one, what is it that you like to do? Number two is, what do people know about you and go, you're so good at that. You're amazing at that. Like, that's awesome. Like, what? And you'll notice, like, people always say that about you. Like, oh, you're always talking about, detailing cars and how you love a detailed car and how you love to rub the car and detail the car and whatever. And if number one is, well, you love being outside and you love cleaning cars and, and then people say that about you, then look at, what can I create that I love to do, that people love me doing, and what is it that I can do for them, and what that they'll actually happily pay me for. And then find those people. So it always starts with you. It starts with you, your passion, and then it starts with people, what people know, like, and trust about you, and then how you can monetize that.
Beautiful. Great. Yeah. I will definitely leave it there because that is fantastic. So many tips and values on this session today and on this podcast. So thank you very much, Chantal, for joining me today, and hope everyone got a lot of value out of it. I know I did. And we will speak with you soon. This is Sean Matthews, The Real Deal, where we have real conversations with real people, entrepreneurs and business owners alike. So bye for now, everybody, and take care.